Okay, so just gonna go over the trade I took today. This ended up being a winning trade, so that's good. Good to have one of those every now and again. Uh, but let me just go over why I took it, kind of the risks of taking this trade and why it may not have played out, um, why it did play out, etc. So if we start on the daily, you'll see obviously the daily looks very unattractive, right? This is like I, it's disgusting to look at. It really is. Like, what am I looking at here, right? We're just after this big drop last Friday. We've this has been our week. Like every single one of these is an inside candle, inside bar for this. It's like I don't know what I'm looking at. Okay. However, the daily did give us um, this nice sweep of these lows here, right? This low, most importantly, and then started to go higher pre-market. Um, and so that was a sign of potential bullishness. By the time I took this trade, we had inversed this 4 hour. Another sign of bullishness, right? We're disrespecting bearish PD arrays. Now, one reason why I was a little hesitant to take this trade and why it might not have played out in my favor was the fact that we tapped into this 4 hour bearish fair value gap. Okay. But the reason this did play out was because number one, I'm not targeting anything too crazy, right? It was just a 1-to-1. Um, and we are bullish overall just based off of structure, right? Swept that low, decided we don't give a crap about this 4 hour. We're going to blow straight by it. If you go to the hourly, you'll see, again, same thing. We're disrespecting bearish fair value gaps, respecting bullish ones. So we respected this 1 hour bullish fair value gap. That was another reason I like this trade. If you go to the 15-minute, you'll see I was looking for us in the AM session earlier to maybe sweep these lows and then go higher. You see we left these lows and just shot straight up. So then my only other option if I'm bullish is a continuation trade. So I'm looking at this. We don't have a 15-minute to trade back into and go higher from. But we did have a 5-minute fair value gap. And so I saw this 5-minute. Now, granted, there is a 5-minute below. Another reason why this is a little bit more risky, right? But still following my model, and I think was a good setup. Anyway, 5-minute getting respected. You see, we were rejecting off of this 4 hour fair value gap. Okay, and then the 2-minute was where I got my entry. We had this nice close above this inversion, or above this bearish fair value gap, inverting it. So inversion fair value gap, entered with a limit, and my first break. Another reason I did like this trade was because my break even was very close to entry. It was here, right? I didn't think it was too close, right? But it's close enough where I felt comfortable with, even if this might not play out in my favor, we'll at least take that high. We'll at least sweep that high after we invert this candle, right? And so at first it was looking pretty grim, and I was going to take the loss, just how I normally take it, in the sense of like I'm not going to get upset. Like losing is part of the game. I followed my model, but it ended up playing out in our favor really nicely. Pumped very quickly after hitting our break even, which is obviously what we want to see, because otherwise we probably would have got taken out break even. That was the trade, 1-to-1. You can see I'll show my executions on Top Step here. So on the Express account, I took one contract, so plus $160, and then on the combines, right, lead and then 2 followers, I took, I think, 2 contracts. Let me just see. Yeah, 2 for 320, 1 for 160, and that is that. Now, I am still technically down on the week, at least for my Express account. Maybe this account too. Now, this account, I'm actually up on the week, like the, what do you call it? The combines. But the Express account, I am down on the week because the loss we took just outweighs the win. I don't, I don't know really what to do about that. I mean, I risked 0.5% here. If I did more than one contract on this trade because the stop was so big, I would have been risking more than 0.5%, which I wasn't willing to do, right? I listed all those reasons why I thought it might play out against us. So because this wasn't an A plus setup, I'd give it an A for those reasons. I definitely didn't want to trade with more risking more than 0.5% of my account on the Express account. So that's why. I mean, but it is what it is. I'll take a light loss on the week on the Express account for a week like this week. I mean, you saw what the daily chart looked like. It's not the best trading environment, to be honest with you. This trade playing out felt good because honestly, I haven't really seen. There hasn't been too much, Like I really. So this was good to see. Finally, something playing out in our favor once our model was presented to us. But yeah, that was the trade.